So I don't know if it's just these LED steering wheels in general. What's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna be unboxing this LED steering wheel. It's no secret as to what it is. Dyna Performance. There are a lot of these LED steering wheels out there, most notably Vicrez, Dyna Performance, of course, and a couple other places actually make the LED steering wheel, but the majority of the time you just see is from Vicrez. Actually, this is my second LED steering wheel. The first one that I got was from Vicrez, that I had on my previous 392, and I told myself that I was not going to get another LED steering wheel, but yeah, I kind of gave in and decided to order another one. This is a really good steering wheel. I like it because obviously it lights up with the RPMs, tells you the different engine temperatures and stuff like that. Obviously speedometer, the speed and everything else. So I like it. It's a really futuristic, cool look to your 392 or your Hellcat or whatever it is you're trying to do. And I decided to go with a different brand this time. Nothing wrong with Vicrez, but they're essentially all the same shell, but different companies just put their name on it. Before we get into it, make sure you give me a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. If these videos help you at all with your mods and what you're trying to do with your vehicle. But without further ado, I want to go ahead and unbox this bad boy. Nice packaging. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so as I said before, this particular steering wheel has a couple of different features from the last one that I got. Same display. It's gonna light up to the RPMs whenever I set them. It's gonna have the engine temp, it's gonna have the oil percentage, it's gonna have gas percentage, it's gonna have the miles per hour, and everything else. With the last Vicrez steering wheel that I had, I lost the feature of having a heated steering wheel because I just didn't get that option. So this one, I actually ended up paying less than my Vicrez steering wheel because they were running a Black Friday sale and they gave a pretty good percentage off. So I was able to get all of the functionality plus be able to keep the heated steering wheel functionality, which I'm pretty stoked about. And I'm gonna get this professionally installed maybe in a couple days or next week or something like that. So, the last video I did an unboxing of the steering wheel, the Dyna Performance steering wheel. Well, obviously I had it put on, and so this video is just gonna be some likes and dislikes about this particular Dyna Performance LED steering wheel versus the last one I had, which was from Vicrez on my green Scat Pack. And so the first thing I'll just get into was kind of the reasoning that I decided to go with Dyna Performance versus get another Vicrez. And it really wasn't anything with the company Vicrez themselves, but I kind of had a little bad experience with that last steering wheel. One was I couldn't get my airbag seated properly, so at the bottom it was still loose and kind of popped out. That probably wasn't a Vicrez thing, but it just kind of gave me a bad taste in my mouth. And the number two reason was about 9 months after I had the steering wheel installed, I started experiencing these problems with draining the battery. So I came out one day, I tried to crank the car, or I tried to remote start the car, and it wouldn't turn on. Obviously you already know you got the key fob. If you can't use remote start, you can't pop it, you can't unlock it or anything like that, so you have to use the manual key. And that runs into trouble too, because you have to be able to get into the back. So just a whole lot of other stuff. So I had to use the manual key, pop the hood, charge it, just to be able to get into the trunk. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that's a Vicrez thing or anything like that, but and when I called them to try and get my point across that, hey, I couldn't get the airbag seated back properly, you know, it was just like the communication wasn't necessarily getting through. And again, like I said, so that's not a Vicrez thing, but that's kind of like 3 things that I had that were like kind of negative in my mind. The the airbag cover not being able to get on properly, the drainage of the battery, and I couldn't figure out where that was coming from, and just like the customer service, like they make it seem super easy as far as getting the thing off, and I was out here for about an hour and a half when I went to actually sell my last Scat, trying to get that thing off, because I like the steering wheel and I want to transfer it over. I just couldn't get the airbag cover off, so I ended up selling it as is. And I said I would not get another LED steering wheel, but I mean, just look at the thing, man, it's gorgeous. So I just decided to go ahead and get another one, but before I ordered this one from Dyna Performance, and I want to just go with somebody else besides Vicrez to see if it was kind of the LED steering wheel in general, or it was something else. So what led me to Dyna Performance is being a fan of the LED steering wheels. I kind of picked up a few pages that I followed as far as on my YouTube or on my Instagram. So Dyna Performance was one of those pages. They do LED steering wheels, so I just added them just in case I wanted to get another LED steering wheel. And I don't know if it was via email or it was via the Instagram. They sent me, I guess it was a Black Friday sale or something like that. So, you know, depending on how much you spent, that's the percentage or whatever the case was. So if you spent over like $250 or something like that, or $750, like, don't quote me on that. It was somewhere, but if you spent a certain amount, you got the full 35% off. You know, I'm not gonna go into any math or anything, but 35 is 15 points or percentage points from 50, and 50 is half, so 35 has got to be a significant amount in my opinion. So I got online and got the piecing it together, and came out with this. And that 35% Black Friday sale really came through for me, because it knocked off about $500–600 from what the steering wheel would have been. Just want to finish up this video with some compare and contrast to the Vicrez LED steering wheel versus this Dyna Performance LED steering wheel. The top is essentially the same. And as I mentioned before, this one has a couple different features, but from the startup, here it goes. So it comes on with the SRT Hellcat logo, and you have a couple on the first screen. You have a couple of the things that are the same as the normal LED steering wheels. You got the RPMs. Of course, everything lights up. go ahead and do that. Mile per hour. You go to the second screen, it has an engine temp, and I'm guessing this is like a turbo bar or something like that, I'm not sure. Battery voltage. One thing I don't like about this one that I liked about the Vicrez steering wheel is that the Vicrez steering wheel had a screen for gas percentage. Of course you can see the gas down low where you are, but it had an actual percentage screen, and I don't like that this one doesn't have that option, and I went through all of them and I can't find it on there. So you use the right option over here, and then you press this one to enter. And then of course it has engine speed, unit, LED colors. I want to go down to LED colors, and this is a negative on this one. Hold the right. It has your classic, your club. So I'm on classic right now, and then it has the club, Tron, rainbow, phantom. Phantom looks cool. Heat is the one that I was on before classic. Chill, which kind of looks like phantom a little bit. Meteor, fantasy, and that's it. And then you go all the way up to the one that you want, and you hold it down, and it saves the LED color. Again, what I don't like about this steering wheel that I loved about the Vicrez steering wheel was you could individually customize each light that came on. And you can't do that with this one. You either have to go with one of the previous 9 that I just went over, and it, you know, it just has to be that. It still lights up kind of one at a time, but again, with the Vicrez, if I wanted green, yellow, purple, red, and red all the way through, I could do that. But with this one, you can't do it. So that is a con of this steering wheel versus the Vicrez. Brightness, I just have it up. I haven't had any issues. Switch on, I'm guessing this is normal or auto. Normal switch on is when the steering wheel actually switches on. I just keep it in normal. So that's saved. And I'm gonna go down to another one. Unit. Mile per hour, right? Instead of kilometers, which was already on there. Engine speed. And this is where you can set it to where you want the actual lights to start blinking at. I got it at 3000 just because I like the visual of it kind of blinking and lighting up, and that kind of, it doesn't really let me know anything. I'm controlling speed at all times, but if you don't, or you only want to see it when you're going high, of course you can just hit that right button. It'll go down to 4,000 RPMs, 5,000 for the max, 6,000, so on and so forth. But I like it at 3, so I'm gonna keep it there. I think on the Vicrez steering wheel, the options went in after like 3. I think they went in like increments of 500. So you could do 3,500 RPMs, 4,000, or 4,500 RPMs to 5,000. This one only goes in the 1,000 increments, but I mean, it's cool for what it is. Again, I'm not losing the heated steering wheel function, which comes out of this perforated leather. Got some red stitching on there, and looks like I'm not sure, this hard plastic casing with kind of like a carbon fiber-ish interior on underneath, and of course at the bottom. It's just a basic steering wheel, but Again, what I did like about the Dyna Performance that I have not seen on Vicrez is they give a lot bigger discounts. So this was initially a $1,600 steering wheel with all of the additions. Of course, I decided to keep the option of the heated portion for the steering wheel, because if I'm paying this money for the car, I want to have that option. And it works just fine in the winter. This little portion right here heats up very well. And really I only keep it on for a little bit. But the Vicrez steering wheel that I had was not heated. So I ended up paying the same amount for this one, and that was because of the discounts that they gave. Again, it was $1,600 steering wheel. I ended up paying like a little bit over $1,000 for it. So $600 off. I think it was a Black Friday sale or something like that. I just so happened to catch. But other than that, other than those two discrepancies, the one where it actually told me the gas percentage, the options are pretty much the same. And so that portion and the portion where you can individually customize the lights is probably the only gripe that I have. Other than that, and also I don't know if it was a Vicrez thing again, but I got this one professionally installed. The last one, it was like his first time doing these steering wheels, and everything got wired up the same. Everything got wired up pretty good. But what I did notice was about 9 or 10 months after having the Vicrez steering wheel, I came out, tried to crank the car up from inside, and it wouldn't crank, and it ended up draining the battery. So I don't know if it's just these LED steering wheels in general. And I got this one in January, so it's been roughly 3 months since I've had this steering wheel. I haven't had any issues, so I'll wait till about the 9-10 month mark, see if I start having the issues, to know fully if it's just these LED steering wheels or if it was just a Vicrez steering wheel, or maybe it was just faulty wiring. I'm not sure. But again, I had this one professionally installed by a shop that had done tens of hundreds of these things. So everything was good. And the Vicrez, I don't know if it was a fitment issue, but I could not get the airbag cover back on, like, and that just drove me crazy. But this is, the fitment is perfect. I have not had any issues. It's not popping back off like the Vicrez steering wheel did. Again, disclaimer, I'll go ahead and put that out. I don't know if it was a Vicrez issue or what the case was, but, or perhaps the guy that I had put it on just you know, couldn't get it on correctly. And yeah, that's that. I mean, if I'd have known about the place that I got the steering wheel put on, this steering wheel put on, I probably would have taken it to them, and, you know, maybe trying to figure out if they could get the airbag back on, the fitment correct. And maybe they could have, but I'm not sure. But and another thing about the Vicrez steering wheel, the stitching, I started to notice. I had it for about a year. I started to notice that the stitching was starting to come undone. This seems to be a lot better quality, and a couple of things that you can gripe on. But again, I don't know if that's a Vicrez thing versus a Dyno thing, or whatever the case is. But that's my review on this Dyna Performance LED steering wheel with the heated steering wheel capabilities, and you know, all of the functions and everything else. So it's pretty cut and dry as far as this one goes. And most of the time, the majority of the time, I just keep it on here, and you know, that's kind of that. So I hope y'all guys, you know, like it. I don't know about the other LED steering wheels, but these are the only two that I've had experience with, and that is my opinion.